I have the very distinct pleasure today of interviewing Dr. Jessica Robertson. Dr. Jessica has an awesome animal hospital, and she's also my veterinarian as well, called Robertson's Animal Hospital on 34th Street. The information will be at the bottom of your screen, but I wanted to talk briefly about how to pet-proof your house, or things to make your house more conducive to pets. So first things first, what is a common checklist for pets around the house?
Well, for dogs and cats, it does vary. So for dogs, typically you always want, obviously, you'll want to have your food and water bowls. Food, I always recommend putting the food either in a container or someplace where the dogs can't reach it, because there are some very food motivated animals out there. Some dogs do very well as far as their crate training, and even beds, and then approved toys that the pets can actually play with, whether supervised or not. And for the most part, it's the same for cats, except with the exception of a litter box, and then having a lot of times we recommend cat towers, things that they can get up off the floor and they feel like they have their own space. There's a lot of over-the-counter products that are out there. There's some work better than others, but for the most part, anytime you go to one of the pet stores, they have at least 2 or 3 products you can pick from to help either with stains or odors. More so for the odors. The stains, you usually will have to go to a regular store, get over-the-counter things like, whether it be Resolve or one of the handheld carpet cleaners that you can use that will help get stains out. So. I am all for, and I always use crate training when my dogs are puppies, and that way they associate. As soon as we get home, everyone goes outside, they go potty. We make a big deal about potty. So if they go outside and use the bathroom, it's the biggest and best thing they've ever done. They get treats, they get praise, and then when we're back in the house, frequent trips outside to go to the bathroom, controlling water intake, all those things kind of help to potty train a dog. Some do, I always tell the clients, some do take longer. There are certain breeds that are notorious for taking longer than others, but it's just a matter of being patient and just being consistent with the process. Everybody in the household has to be consistent. There are a whole list of cleaners and things outside, and even foods in the house that can just be completely toxic to dogs. Some of the, usually I say chemicals in general, you want to stay away from. You don't want your dogs getting into anything. Some of the big ones that can really be hazardous, things like antifreeze, bleach. People who have birds, if they're newer to having birds, don't realize like the Teflon on your pots when you cook can actually cause respiratory issues in birds and things like that. So there's a whole list of things chemical-wise. Not only if they're ingested, but if they get on the skin, some of them can actually cause chemical burns on the skin. As far as outside plants, the big ones we see, sago palms are a really big one. Oleander, azaleas, lilies like Easter lilies are really big. There's a whole list actually on the ASPCA website. They have a whole list of common household items as well as outdoor plants that people don't, and even foods. Like people don't think, everyone knows chocolate and raisins are big ones, but no one thinks about onions or garlic. Macadamia nuts is a really big toxic ones to dogs too. So, and they have a really good website, a list there too, so that way people can know, because the list is just extensive. We are a full-service animal hospital, so we do everything from basic preventive care, vaccines, annual testing, things like that, to surgical procedures, dental procedures, things like of that nature. Pets here are hospitalized. If there's a sick pet, they need to be hospitalized during the day. We're fully capable of doing that all day long. So we do the whole gamut of things, whether it be for dogs, cats, reptiles, rodents, it doesn't make a difference.
So that was my interview with Dr. Jessica Robertson from Robertson's Animal Hospital, and I gotta tell you, it's absolutely a first-class organization. My pet comes here, and if my pet can come here, it's good enough for your pet too. So make sure you check them out. Also, thank you for checking out this video. If you have any questions about this interview or anything involving real estate, give me a call, 352-246-8706. Remember, when it comes to real estate, think Hertz first.